Lower retail price for fuel by next year. Pulau Pinang Police to conclude probe into cop's death. Hello and good evening. I'm Mohanapriya. Welcome to News on 2. The government will adjust the retail price for RON 95 at a lower price beginning 1st January 2019. From then onwards, the retail price for petroleum products will be set on a weekly basis. In a press release to the media today, Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said the basis of the retail price would be the current global market trend. The monthly automatic price mechanism, APM, will be readjusted to a weekly managed float system for fuel given the falling price of crude oil. Currently, the government uses the monthly average price of Brent crude to determine how much it has to subsidize to maintain the ceiling price of RM2.20 per litre for RON 95. If the price of crude oil goes up, the retail price for petrol will be controlled at a maximum of RM2.20 per litre for RON 95 and RM2.18 for diesel. If the price of crude oil goes higher, therefore, the calculation of formula is only to determine the subsidies borne by the federal government. The Pakatan Harapan administration has maintained the price of RON 95 since assuming power in May. The last time the price of RON 95 was changed was on 22nd March during the weekly managed float system utilized by the Barisan Nasional Administration. Pulau Pinang Police are expected to conclude the investigation on the special branch policeman's mysterious death after falling from a karaoke outlet located at a multi-story building as early as next week. State Police Chief Commissioner Dato' Sri A. Devigan said 15 statements were recorded so far, including from 5 policemen who also tested positive for drugs and were immediately transferred.
Ada beberapa orang lagi, mungkin ada hampir 10 orang lagi, orang awam yang dikenal pasti. Kita akan sudah pun panggillah daripada hari ini dan kita akan mempercepatkan lagi siasatan dia hanya untuk mendapat keterangan lanjut supaya kita tidak tinggalkan apa-apa ruang kesangsian. Jadi kita dapat lengkapkan siasatan itu dengan cepat mungkin.
Dato' Sri Devigan said this after launching a simplified Japanese Bahasa Melayu English language pamphlets to assist Japanese tourists and local police in facilitating the process of lodging police reports in Georgetown. The policeman, identified as Sofian Shahari, died after allegedly falling from the multi-story premise on 17th December. He was reportedly at a karaoke outlet in Pulau Tikus at 12:30 a.m. along with some of his colleagues to celebrate the birthday of one of them. At 4:45 a.m., Sofian was found dead in a parking lot in front of the building. He had suffered severe head and chest injuries consistent with a fall from a tall building. 6 additional men, including the president of the Malaysian Indian Association, were charged in the magistrates' court in Petaling Jaya, Selangor today with various charges in connection with the riot at the Sri Mahamariman Temple, Subang Jaya, Selangor, bringing the total number of people charged over the incident to 24. All the 6 men, including M. Manimaran, 38, however, pleaded not guilty after the charges against them were read out separately before Magistrate Muhammad Ikhwan Muhammad Nasir. Manimaran is charged with 3 counts: obstructing a public officer from discharging his duty, rioting and causing hurt, while the 5 others are charged under Section 148 of the Penal Code with possession of weapons at riot. They are Muhammad Shahril Daniel Sajil, 22, Muhammad Saifullah Abdullah, 31, Muhammad Hasnizam Shah Samsudin, 29, Akmal Izzat Aziz, 24, and Muhammad Nurul Ismawi Islahuddin, 40, who are charged with 13 others who have already charged and a few others who are still at large. Manimaran was allowed bail of 18,000 ringgit in one surety, while Muhammad Shahril Daniel's bail was set at 5,000 ringgit in one surety. The other 4 accused were allowed bail of 6,000 ringgit in one surety each. All of them were also ordered to report themselves at the nearest police station twice a month and to surrender their passports to the court. The court then set 17th January for mention. A former production manager pleaded not guilty in the Ampang Magistrates Court in Kuala Lumpur today to a charge of extortion by putting a female hotel employee in fear with attempting to spread a naked picture of her. Shaiful Azwira Abdul Jabbar, 44, made the plea before Magistrate Haslinda A. Rauf. The man, who has 8 children, was charged with committing the offence by attempting to spread a naked picture of the woman if she refused to hand over 1,000 ringgit to him or to have sex with him 4 times a month. The offence was allegedly committed at Lembah Jaya Permai, Ampang, Kuala Lumpur at 11 p.m. last 7th December. The charge under Section 385 of the Penal Code provides an imprisonment of up to 7 years and fine and liable to whipping if found guilty. The prosecution, conducted by Deputy Public Prosecutor Raihana Abdul Razak, did not offer bail, but Saiful Azwira, unrepresented, requested to be allowed bail, following which the court allowed him bail of 6,000 ringgit in one surety and also ordered to not intimidate the victim. The court set 15th February for mention. Authorities yesterday arrested a man for possession of khatam leaves weighing 60 kilograms and 10 litres of khatam water in a raid in a house at Kampung Kelawar, Tanjung Malim. Mualim Police Chief Superintendent Wan Kamarul Azan, Wan Yusof, in a statement said that the raid was conducted by a team from the Mualim Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department Police Headquarters. Police also found 2 plastic barrels which contained 10 litres of khatam in liquid form and 12 black packages containing khatam leaves weighing 60 kilograms, estimated to be worth 2,000 ringgit. The 33-year-old suspect, who worked in the village, tested negative for drugs, however, has a previous criminal record with a case causing injury. The suspect is now detained under Section 30, subsection 3 of the Poisons Act 1952 for further investigation. The Immigration Department of Malaysia will upgrade facilities at all Malaysia-Thailand border entry points in order to reduce congestion, especially during peak hours during festive seasons. The upgrade will include increase in the number of check-in counters to facilitate the movement of people in both countries. Immigration Director General Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali said the proposal will be forwarded to the Home Ministry before it is implemented.
InsyaAllah perkara ini perlu kita perbincangkan dengan Kementerian Dalam Negeri kerana untuk menyediakan prasarana-prasarana ini tentunya memerlukan kos. Kalau kita boleh perbanyakkan lagi laluan itu, tentunya struktur bangunan ini sendiri perlulah kita pertama baikkan dalam kapasiti tertentu untuk memastikan pengunjung itu dapat kita uruskan dengan cepat.
The department has not rejected plans of using the secured automated clearance systems for motorcycles or M-bike as implemented in Johor. Datuk Sri Mustafa said this after visiting the Rantau Panjang Immigration, Customs and Quarantine and Security Complex. Also present was Kelantan Immigration's Director Azhar Abdul Hamid. In a separate development, Datuk Sri Mustafa said a free passport replacement service would be provided for residents who have lost and damaged passports due to floods. These applicants will, however, need to lodge a police report first, as only genuine cases will be considered. Johor Police are ready to provide assistance to heighten security at all places of worship aside from mosques. State Police Chief Datuk Muhammad Khalil Kadir Muhammad said, although there has never been official placements of police public relations officers to monitor the safety of temples or churches, they are willing to do so if requested.
Masjid kita dah buat coverage. Jadi bukanlah kata kita tak padam dari segi kuil ataupun temple ataupun church. No. Kita sebenarnya di Bukit Aman, itu pun di peringkat Bukit Aman pun telah berbincang dan kita sedang menuju. It is on the table. It is on the table, but walaupun on the table untuk melantikkan PPS ni dalam discussion, tetapi kita secara di state Johor, bagi Johor saya telah pun melihat akan perkara ini dan kita dah ada pegawai-pegawai dia, tapi kita tidak ada pelantikan khusus.
Datuk Muhammad Khalil was met after officiating a seminar on the placement of police public relations officers in schools and mosques at the Johor Police headquarters in Johor Bahru today. Cases of baby dumping have been on the rise in the country over the past few years, with half of them found dead, while many may be buried or thrown into the abyss and never be found. Fortunately for a newborn baby boy in Sik, Kedah, a member of the public was alerted to his cries near an orphanage in Gemilang early this morning. According to Muhammad Fuad Wahab, he was on his way to his orchard at around 8 a.m. this morning when he was shocked to hear a baby crying. He immediately took the baby, who was still attached to its umbilical cord, to the Sikh hospital for treatment. Sikh District Police Chief DSP Abdul Razak Osman confirmed the find. Meanwhile, another newborn baby boy was also found abandoned at a surau in Taman Kramat, Kuala Lumpur last night. The baby was found fully dressed and placed in a box at around 8:50 p.m. Ampang Jaya District Police Chief ACP Hamzah Alias, in a statement in confirming this, said a disposable diaper and a bottle of milk were also placed inside the box. ACP Hamzah said the baby has been referred to the Ampang hospital for further treatment. He said the case is being investigated under Section 317 of the Penal Code for abandonment of a child, and urged those who have information on the baby's parents to contact the nearest police station. A man was burnt to death while a factory owner suffered 95% burns on his body in a fire at a dim sum factory at Jalan Mutiara Emas, Taman Mount Austin in Johor Bahru, Johor this morning. Johor Fire and Rescue Department's Fire Investigation Division Head, Senior Fire Superintendent 2 Ahmad Murad Saad, said the department received the emergency call at 10:30 a.m. Senior Superintendent 2 Ahmad Murad also said the preliminary investigation found the victim was a lorry driver who was in the midst of transferring diesel fuel into the tank at the factory. He said the fire destroyed 30% of the factory, and the investigation also found that the fire has been caused by sparks, as there was a leak of the diesel during the transfer process. However, he ruled out any criminal elements in the incident. The injured 54-year-old man was rushed to the Sultan Ismail Hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, Johor Bahru Selatan District Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Asfa Nizam Yahya, when contacted, confirmed the incident. Coming up next, MCCF urges SMEs to venture into the Fiji market. Stay with us. MCCF Global Ventures Sdn Bhd, a company under the Malaysian Community Care Foundation, held a special program for small and medium enterprises, SMEs, to help them penetrate the market in Fiji. The program, attended by 50 SME entrepreneurs, was co-organized by the Morris Headstone Group, Fiji's largest wholesale and retail organization with a chain of supermarkets and homemaker variety stores. MCCF Chairman Halim Ishak said local SMEs should grab this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and use it as a platform for a wider market outside Malaysia.
Sesi kali ini adalah untuk penerangan kepada mereka-mereka, para usahawan yang telah mempunyai produk ready to export. Sebab itu kita letakkan program kita SME, MCCF SME ready to export to Fiji.
Meanwhile, MH Group Operations Manager Shahrin Rosli said local SMEs should take advantage of the high purchasing power of Fijians and their demand for Malaysian-made products. The program is also supported by Sirim Berhad, Credit Guarantee Corporation Malaysia Berhad, and SME Corporation Malaysia. Now, the Level 1 assessment involving students from Primary 1 to 3, which will be implemented next year, is expected to strengthen the classroom-based assessment through the fun learning method. Head of Standard and Quality Control of the Ministry of Education, Dr. Sharifah Fatum Zain, noted that the fun learning method is in line with the Malaysian Education Development Plan 2013 to 2025 to produce first-class human capital to face the challenges in the 21st century. Dr. Sharifah also said that the fun learning method focuses on learning without the emphasis of examination compared to the current method of teachers providing information and students receiving it. The method will also allow students to learn in a more exciting and fun atmosphere, thus giving them more opportunities to be creative, collaborative, and at the same time improve their communication.
Learning ni tujuannya kita nak kenal melalui aktiviti tadi supaya kanak-kanak ni sendiri sedar sebenarnya kebolehan dia kat mana.
Dr. Sharifah further noted that teachers would be able to focus on the development of students individually, which will also allow students to build their character and personality. She said this after appearing on the Selamat Pagi Malaysia show in Angkasa Puri this morning. provide assistance to Indonesia, particularly in search and rescue activities, should there be any such request following the tsunami that hit the coasts around its Sunda Strait on Saturday night. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, said the country, through the National Disaster Command Centre, NDCC, and Special Malaysia Disaster Assistance and Rescue Team, SMART, has been continuously monitoring the situation in the Republic. In a statement released today, the Foreign Ministry said Indonesia has yet to open its doors to accepting any international aid, as it feels its local response and assistance was sufficient at the moment. It also said the effect of the tsunami can still be handled and managed by Indonesia's National Agency for Disaster Management and the National Search and Rescue Agency, Republic of Indonesia. According to the Malaysian Embassy, they will discuss with Indonesia's Foreign Ministry on the form of assistance that Malaysia can provide. They further noted that there are no reports of any Malaysian victims so far. The tsunami is believed to have killed 222 people, injuring 843 people, while 28 are still missing, with hundreds of buildings also destroyed. The wave was triggered by an eruption from a volcano known as the Child of Krakatoa. Remains adamant in chasing the coveted SS Purple League title after emerging as runners-up in the previous edition. Puchong United Badminton Club lifted their maiden SS Purple League title by defeating Kepong BC 10-8 in a thrilling final at the Arena of Stars in Genting Highlands in February. Kepong BC President Candy B said her club remains cautious as Puchong BC still boasts enough firepower to carry their challenge for the campaign. However, she said that Kepong BC has some new arsenal in their camp, resulting from a joint effort with badminton clubs in China.
Nampak kita bagus management, so they invite saya pergi China. So first thing dekat China last year, saya sudah dekat China 1 year, 1.5 year already, since last year June. So sekarang saya dekat Fumen, Tonggun. Gongtong, Donggun, Dongguan, Fumen district. Sekarang kita build up very good there.
For this 5th edition, Kepong BC is now showcasing 4 players from Taiwan, 3 from China, 3 from Hong Kong and 1 from India, apart from maintaining local professionals, with 6 of them coming from their youth camp. Kepong BC began their SS Purple League campaign with a win against Serdang BC this past Saturday. Tomorrow afternoon, Merry Christmas to all. I'm Mohanapriya. Thanks for watching.